Well, Delaney is gone. One of the two main targets is gone. Wow.
I was very sad to vote Delaney out. We've been through so much. She's really, literally my best friend over here. We're so close. We just clicked so well, and so it was really fun to be able to play with her and be able to just hang out and enjoy the game together. It just stinks that it had to be one of us going.
When I saw Delaney, she wasn't just the person I probably trusted most in this game. She genuinely became one of my best friends. And I knew some people who played before, and they're like, oh, you're going to meet, like, the best people, your best friends. And I was like, I just want to meet some people. And after the very first night, I didn't feel like I had a connection with anyone besides Sophie, and it was, like, really slim because we had only talked for a little while. But me and Delaney just... I don't know. She's one of my best friends, and I felt the same if, like, anyone, like, Sophie's one of my best friends, too. Like, I love them. But Delaney, it was just, like... It was like losing my sister.
I've had my idol in the top drawer of my dresser this entire semester, and it's been kind of haunting me because I never, ever want to walk away without, like, with an idol. Ever. And I knew that if I were to play this idol, it would have to be... I wanted to be certain. I wanted to make sure either I was in danger or I could make a really big, good move with it. So I remember for a good, like, 30 seconds, I grabbed it and I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I have it in my hand. It's about a minute or two before tribal, and I'm staring at it and I'm like, I could use this on Delaney. I could give it to Delaney. She could be safe. But in the back of my head, I just have my sister's voice of one telling me to never to use my idol on someone else unless you have to, and then my own voice saying, I have had this idol, this precious little baby, through this entire season without anyone knowing, which has been a feat, let me tell you. But it just worked out that no one knew or even suspected that I had anything. And if I were to use this thing, it would instantly make me a target. Instantly. So, if I were to use it, I have to make sure it's like my last resort and has to make sure that it's going to be a good play. Because if not, I'm just wasting an idol like Victoria did.
I feel ecstatic. I am so excited. You know, her time was coming. Her time was coming. She was controlling these girls. She would tell them who to vote for and all this jazz. She ran the show. So it was about time we got rid of a leader. So I'm excited we did that. You know, and I told CK before he got voted out, because I knew he was going to get voted out by her. I said, hey, we're going to get her out for you, all right, buddy? And so we did. I saw on his face that he was excited. So, man, I am thrilled that we got Delaney out.
Alright everyone, welcome back. Delaney voted out at the last tribal council. Today we are going to be doing a challenge called Survivor Folklore. What will happen is I'm going to read you a story. You need to try and remember as many details as you can from the story, because then I'm going to ask you questions from it. And so if you can, please get like sheets of paper in front of you and maybe like a marker or something that shows up dark if you have one, for when I ask you questions. Yeah, so I'm going to read you a story, try and remember all the details, and then I'm going to do multiple choice questions, and we'll see who wins. There'll be 10 questions, so at the end of the round, whoever has the most correct will win the individual immunity necklace, and if there's a tie, we do have a tiebreaker question. All right, is everyone ready? Good to go. All right, the story is titled The Birth of Survivor LU, based on real events. All right, story time with Grace, let's go. Okay, once upon a time, there was a guy named Drew. He and his friends played for LU. They didn't play sports, but instruments, you see. They were in the band for all to hear. One day, Drew was bored as he sat and waited to play music for his last gig. Campus was closed and there was no fun, so he decided he'd go and make some of his own. He schemed and planned, and there it was. Survivor in a Day would be the thing that he played. He gathered his friends and told of his plan, and every few months they'd gather to play their favorite CBS show. For a while it was just his friends that joined on these days. Then one day there was a drop last minute, and a girl outside the group was put in that place. Her name was Grace. And she was hopeful to win, but as an outsider in the final two, she lost by 1 vote. She was sad but had such fun that she hoped one day she could return and play once again. One day as she went, her friend Drew came around and said, "Hey, we're playing again." But this time would be different. It'd be more than just his close friends in the cast. It'd open up the fun for all on campus to compete in showdown in a fight to be number 1. The day had come and Fans vs. Favorite was in place to play. 3 perfect strangers showed up that day. Their faces she had never seen, nor names did she know. They went by Logan, Lauren, and Derek, and on the other tribe they were. That day they fought and battled, but in the end Derek would be the one who would be named number 1. Even though it was just one day, they all left as friends and became near in those 12 hours. At night they left and went their separate ways, each quietly hoping to have their chance to play once again. Well, lucky for them, that day came once again. Their friend Drew was leaving because he was about to graduate, but one more time he'd orchestrate a day of chaos and fun. They used to be strangers, all showed up and played, yet they would all be toasted in the end by a secret group who went by the name the Trumpet Alliance. A guy named Kent would slay the day and be toasted as sole survivor of one day. The once perfect strangers, now real-life friends, went off on their ways. Sad it seemed, their survivor play had come to an end. Off they went on their separate ways. Logan went off and made his girlfriend his fiancée. Brooke Bragg would one day be her new name. Derek stayed in the good old LYH and continued his work in game nights, all through the days. Lauren went to stay at home just outside of DC, where she could be with her sister and work selling Under Armour clothes each day. Grace left and went to live in Memphis, Tennessee. She lives in Florida, you see, but she had an internship, so that's where she'd be. The perfect strangers, who'd become friends, worked and played and carried on their days. They enjoyed the sunshine and made new memories in those summer days. But every once in a while, they sat and dreamt for the time they could play Survivor another day. Then a day came, a happy day it was, when Grace sat at work and a notification popped up. It was Derek, her old friend from Survivor one day. He messaged her and said, "I think I have a way we can continue to play." He presented his plan and invited the others. With glee they said they'd jump in, but this time was different. No more one day of stressing and playing. Instead they'd switch their sides. They would plan the game. No more voting against each other or worrying about getting out. The producers they'd be, and make it last at least 10 weeks. No more one day Survivor LU would now be a long thing to play. They got to work and planned for days. Excel sheets galore and Google Docs aplenty. Their plan was developing and becoming quite the thing. They planned challenges like emoji memory, OTEV, hanging out, phone balance, puzzles and crates, and others for their cast to play. They messaged so much they had to download a new app just to stay sane. Slack was now the place they'd organize their whimsy into action. They faced a challenge though. How would they get people to play the game? They couldn't advertise in a normal space. SGA still had to improve their club to be official. Onward they go. Who wants the easy way anyway? In bathrooms, stalls, hallways, and on tables, they put flyers to announce the fun that would be to come. On only girls LU, hall meetings, and persistence at the front gates of the block party eventually gave way to applications. How exciting it was! People wanted to come and join in on the fun. Interview after interview was conducted and done. Ratings were made on strategy, entertainment, and athletic ability. People were cast as locks, maybes, and no's. There were some great players, and some odd ones too. ROTC interviewees never seemed to know what Survivor actually was. They were nearing the end, they just needed a few more people to play. And the last minute, Ben and Luke applied and were put into play. There it was, the cast was complete, the game was set afoot. The first Monday had come and the jitters were in place. The producers had planned a plan, and now it was time to see how it went. The players came up, donned in red and blue. Survivor Genesis had finally started. It was a hot and sweaty night of running, locks, and puzzles. In the end, Tigress would win and send Gihan to vote out the first of their tribe. 10 weeks whizzed and passed by. After a final challenge that went on for 4 hours in the freezing night, final tribal had finally come. 3 players were left and they argued why it was their game that should be named the best. A winner was voted for and it was announced, and with that, the first full semester of Survivor LU was done. And as the 4 once perfect strangers, now become friends, sat and looked around, they couldn't help but feel a swell of joy with pride melted in. It was then they truly realized this was never just a game. This was a place for people of all types to come and play and become a family of friends that would care for each other long after the final vote was cast. And so they cleaned up their mess, they picked up their popcorn and cookies. They turned off the lights, and by the next day they were planning how to create that family once again. And that is how Survivor LU came to be born. It was just a bored guy who'd connect with 4 friends, who'd plan and create a place to play their favorite game. The end. Alright, and now I'm going to ask you the questions based off of that. And we're going to do it one at a time, so just feel free to write the 1. I lied, there are only 9 questions, not 10.
Blindside.
Blindside. I want to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Alright. Question number 1. What was the name of the guy who first put together Survivor at Liberty? A. Luke. B. Drew. C. Trent. D. Logan. Alright, 3, 2, 1, reveal.
That's a B, by the way.
Alright, if you answered B, you are correct.
What was B?
B was Drew.
Okay.
So can you guys keep your tally on yourself as well?
Mm-hmm.
Question number 2. What was the name of the guy who won the second time they all played together? Was it A. Kent, B. Trent, C. Logan, or D. Ben?
Could you repeat those?
Yes. A. Kent, B. Trent, C. Logan, D. Ben. Alright, 3, 2, 1, reveal. If you had A, you were correct. Chadwick had it, Jai had it, Lily did not, Hallie did not, Idris did not, Victoria had it, Ethan did not, Melanie did not, and Sophie had it. Alright. Question number 3. Where did Lauren work over the summer? A. Nike. B. Under Armour. C. H&M. D. Loft.
Could you repeat those, please?
Yes.
Yep. A. Nike. B. Under Armour. C. H&M. D. Loft. Alright, 3, 2, 1, reveal. You put B, Under Armour. You are correct. It looks like everyone got it that time. Alright.
Yay.
Question number 4. What was the third challenge I listed off for ones we had planned? A. OTEV. B. Hanging out. C. Emoji memory. D. Spoon balance.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time? Just the options.
A. OTEV. B. Hanging out. C. Emoji memory. Or D. Spoon balance. Which one was the third one I listed? Alright, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Correct answer was B, hanging out. Let's see who had it. Melanie did not. I can't tell what Sophie says.
No, that's a B, and I said hanging. I tried
Yeah,
to write
Sophie
it.
got it. Ethan did not. Victoria did not. Adrice did not. Allie got it. Lily's shaking her head. I'm guessing she didn't get it. Jay High and Chadwick both did not get it.
Harlan.
Right, question number 5. Which app did the producers download to organize their chats? Was it A, Slate, B, Slick, C, Silk, or D, Slack? Alright, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Put down D, Slack is correct. Everyone got it except for Victoria.
Woohoo.
We still have 4 more to go. Everyone, it can change, it can take over. Alright, question number 6. Which one is not a place the team advertised their flyers at? A, Only Girls LU. B, Hall Meetings. C, The Rot. D, The Block Party. A, Only Girls LU. B, Hall Meetings. C, The Rot. D, The Block Party. Alright, 3, 2, 1, reveal. You said The Rot, which is C, you are correct. I think everyone except Chadwick and Ethan had it. You can keep holding it up for production to see.
I didn't have it.
And Lily didn't have it. Sophie's kept a perfect streak so far.
We're still holding it up? Okay.
Alright, question number 7. Which 3 categories were interviewees put in? A, no, maybes, yeses. B's, yeses, potentials, no. C's, locks, potential, no. Or D, no, maybe, lock. Alright, let's see if Sophie keeps up her perfect streak or if someone else can take the lead at this. 3, 2, 1, reveal. It was C. Sophie loses her perfect lock. It looks like Victoria and Chadwick.
I got it. It's hard to read.
And Hallie and Lily's got it.
And I did.
And Jay High. Can't see some of your screens that well.
Sorry.
Alright, question number 8. Who were the last 2 guys we cast? A, Sam and Luke. B, Luke and Ben. C, Sam and Logan. Or D, Logan and Luke. Alright. 3, 2, 1, reveal. It was B, Luke and Ben. So Sophie got it right, Melanie got that, Victoria got that, Idris got that, Hallie got that, Lily got that, and Jay High got that. Chadwick and Ethan are really having a hard time on this one.
Sorry, I have a low attention span.
I've only missed 3.
Must have been the last 3. Alright.
Alright, score update. Sophie, Jay High, and Hallie all have 7. Victoria has 6. Everyone else is eliminated.
I'm still in it. Not really.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Question number 9. Which tribe lost their first challenge? Is it A, Gihan, B, Pishan, C, Tigris, or D, Kairos?
Can I use that one more time?
Yes, A, Gihan, B, Pishan, C, Tigris, or D, Kairos? All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, Sophie says B. Victoria says C. Hallie says C. And Jay High says A. The correct answer was A.
Oh, I had it.
All right, Jay High wins immunity and is safe from tribal
Sweet.
council.
Good boy, Jay High.
Thank you.
Well done, well done.
I'm pretty excited Jay High won the challenge. Really proud of the kid.
I was worried about how to navigate Kalahari. Because I'm like, okay, we got through the first 2 votes. That's great. Like, if we didn't get through that first vote, my game's over. Like I'm done. I'm just a dead man walking, and like I'm gonna hope to maybe get a chance, and it's not gonna happen realistically. I'm gonna be Spencer from Kaguya. Now I feel like Tony. Honestly, it's great.
You expressed wanting to get Sophie out, and I think there was a lot of just saying like, okay, she did really well in the challenge, and just kind of, not too much. Technically, we could split the vote here. I don't want to really express that, just because I feel like that's not necessary.
Mm.
I didn't think it was necessary to split the vote because like no one else brought it up. I'm not gonna do more to make it get attention to myself or whatever.
Hopefully it's easy from here on out, but at the same time I really want to start making moves that I create, not somebody else. Like while I have been a part of some big moves, like I feel like they weren't my own. Like I think I've had a good resume thus far, but I don't know that I could say that some of the moves that I've made were my own. I've just been right place, right time.
Jay High called me and said, hey, I just want you to know that I know you're not going to throw in your weapons now.
So pretty much, I do think that you're in a position to where like you're not out of the game. Mm-hmm. And like I'm sure you're not laying down your weapons or any of that. You're still playing.
So then Jay High was like, I want to work with you. He said, I will see you as a player, not just a person, which I was like, okay, that's weird.
If you make it through this vote, I definitely I want to treat you like you're someone still in the game and not like someone that's just kind of there.
Lily was the first person to call me, and she said, it's not you. I trust you. I know it's hard to build. I know like you may not trust me. She just said, I've got your back this vote, and after this vote, if we both survive, we'll work together. And I was like, yes, we'll work together. I want to work with Lily. I still do. Let's go.
I really do want to start creating something. Hopefully, if not this tribal, the next. That's really end game of. I think we're really hitting a point where you have to start thinking more than just this upcoming tribal. I have to try not to play stupid, but there's a good chance I will.
We are sitting ducks. I am just sitting here watching everyone I trust in this game, everyone who I'm actually friends with in this game, get voted off. And I'm just, it's one of the worst feelings, feeling all your comfort and all of your friendships and loyalty just like be stripped from you. And I'm just sitting there like, great.
And honestly, I don't think there's any idols left. At least I hope not.
Well, there will be revenge. I will get revenge somehow for deleting. I will get some revenge somehow for Austin. I don't know how, but I still have this idol.
What's happening?
So basically, we're screwed. Idris reached out to me, and he was like, "We're gonna probably vote Sophia."
They're on the ropes. They can't vote J High. I feel like it's gotta be me. It would make sense for it to be me, only because, I've kind of been running the show.
I will do anything.
Yep.
If it means you and me get to stay in.
I tried to get Chadwick and Melanie to vote against someone, vote against either Idris or Hallie or Lily, someone up there in that little close-knit group. Chadwick goes, okay, I think we should vote Hallie. She's the link between Lily and Idris. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, wait, maybe we should vote Lily. I don't know. He was back and forth and it was kind of weird. But I was like, if you want to vote Lily, as long as I'm fine, like as long as my alliance is good over here, then of course I would vote anything you want, just to stay in another round,
So,
But if we get Melanie and Chad, can't we just get out Idris at that point? Because they both want him gone.
that's true. I want to be on the majority vote again.
No, yeah.
So I'm just confused as to what Chad's doing. Like, I would rather him just say, like, vote this person. Because at this point, I have no other choice,
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see.
This could be my tribal, where I actually shake things up, and I actually, for the first time ever, show people I've been playing this game this entire time, but me intentionally, I have not shown people how I've been playing the game. Because the moment you do that, the moment you are obvious in this game is the moment you're out. The moment that you are named as a leader, the moment that you are seen making big moves instead of influencing strongly the big moves, you're out.
I think the girls need a third person to the very end, and if they have a constant third person, then we're all good. I don't think they're smart enough to backstab, and I don't know why they would. I don't really plan on it unless I need to stay in one more time, but we shall see how that goes.
Everyone, good to go. J-High, you won the immunity necklace at this past challenge. Do you think that was really needed or just something nice to have on your resume?
And I don't think a necklace exactly is that important for a resume. I think the goal of us sticking together is to keep our options open, and so I was just a person that prevented any possibility of the people on the bottom of getting it. That was more so my mentality of viewing the win.
All right. The closer we get to the final three, the more and more we're going to hear that R word come up with the resume. Hallie, how does the idea of building a resume play into your gameplay?
Gonna be honest, I've never thought about it until you actually brought this up. So yeah, I don't know. I'll just make it formatted good, add some nice font, but I don't really know what's on it. But it'll be good.
So J-High said that he's preventing those on the bottom from getting it. Victoria, who would you say is on the bottom right now?
Well, after what we just last saw, me, Sophie, and Ethan. Yeah, it happened, so it's obvious.
So Sophie, what would be your pitch right now to those on the perceived top to maybe side with you guys?
I mean, there's a lot of things you could say. There's a lot of threats that are out there. And I think it's more of think about who do you want to go in the final three with? Who are the people that are for sure going to win? And I don't know. Just think really carefully with this vote.
May I interject on that one?
Yeah, go for it, Ethan.
I will say that if many of you have just thought now of the resume with Hallie, not trying to throw names, some of the people in this group now have been following for quite a while. I don't know if the goal is winning this game, but if you're trying to make some big money moves to actually get voted for, I think now would be the best time to flip-flop. Here comes the chop because you're voting for someone else.
You talking to me or?
I'm talking to everyone. I'm just well, you did say something about so it's everyone who kind of feels like they might not have done a lot. So
I want to say, yeah.
You just said you didn't do a lot, so I'm not targeting.
You're right.
I want to say it sucks to realize, like, if you get to the end, like, oh, I was just brought along to be an easy person to beat. Like, that's never a good feeling that settles with you. Like, I was a goat to bring to the end. Like, I don't think any of us want to be that. So I feel like if you make a big move, it will definitely build your resume, because you can be like, hey, I did this and it was worth the risk, and I took that risk. Because Survivor is nothing without risks.
So, Victoria, who are some people that you would say are hard to beat at the end then? If you don't want to get there and realize that you're the GOAT, who are some people that would be hard to beat in the end?
I think right now, honestly, I would say, like, because of the past challenges and everyone's just sitting free, I have never heard, like, I'm so sorry. I'm saying names. I've never heard Idris's name out.
Yeah.
Everyone likes him. Like, even last vote when he was just like, it's a game, like, it's cool. We're all like, yeah, he's just a cool guy. And then Jay High just won immunity. Ethan has 2 immunities. Like,
Hey, I'm at the bottom though, so please don't target me.
Pretty straightforward. Like, those are the big threats right now. Like, the sociable threats and the challenge threats.
Jay High, how does that make you feel that you are seen as a threat?
I mean, she mentioned my immunity win, and she also has one, so I feel like if
I'm
that...
on the bottom, so it doesn't really matter what
Yeah, I get that, but I'm trying to say that if I'm on the jury, I'm not going to vote for someone just because they won a necklace one time. I think that's great, but the necklace isn't what makes you win the game. It's what helps you get to the end to win the game, and the other things around that are more important in my opinion.
But it's the thing you can sell with the outplay part of Survivor, though, because you have outplay, outlast, and obviously we're playing challenges, so people will, in the past in Survivor, have sold, hey, I won this many challenges, I survived, I was able to play challenges and keep myself safe, which is a big part of the game.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I think if you win like 4 or 5, then that has to be recognized. I think where we're at, and of course I'm biased and talking about myself, but I just think in general, like, you're going to look at likability, you're going to look at strategy, you're going to look at like social awareness and, you know, moves and all that. You're not going to just solely look at immunity wins. It is definitely a factor.
So, Idris, in all of this, your name's been thrown out, but you've been kind of quiet. How do you feel being singled out as a competitor in this game?
I mean, I'm honored. It's a very fun feeling, I guess. It kind of sucks because, like, I guess the social part's kind of true. I mean, I don't really think so, but I don't really win challenges, so that part kind of sucks. So a lot of people call me a follower, if that makes sense. So I kind of see where the more people are, and then I go with them. So it's more of just like playing numbers. I think 4 is bigger than 3, and so once I see that stuff, then I just go, oh, let's go with the 4. That's kind of my mindset.
Now, likewise, Melanie, this whole time you're on the perceived top, and no one threw out your name. Are you fearful that you're maybe being cast as one of the GOATs?
Yeah, I mean, that's always the fear. You don't want to be a GOAT, but you also don't want to be a huge threat. Kind of want to be somewhere in the middle, where I hope I am, but, you know, if I'm a GOAT, I'm a GOAT. At least I'm not like a cow. I'm just kidding, but,
what?
You know, I mean, greatest of all time, what can I say? Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'd have a pretty good speech at the end if I were to give one, so I feel pretty confident in that, at least.
Now, Lily, we had been on a trend for a while where we saw your name often, and that has stuck. Are you hopeful that that will continue tonight, or do you think that might pick up again?
I mean, personally, I would love it if my name never came up again. That would be, as much as I thought the trend that I had going was funny, if when it comes down to game, if I never saw my name down up until final tribal, like, that would be best case scenario. I'm
hoping it doesn't. Like, I'm hoping I keep the fact that my name won't be written down tonight, but Survivor is never a game of guarantee unless the necklace is around your neck. And it's not around my neck this week, so we can just hope and pray that my name is not down on those note cards, but yeah, I would like it if it wasn't written down tonight.
All right, Chadwick, you don't have the necklace either. How are you feeling tonight going into this vote?
I mean, I've said it from the beginning, you can never be certain unless you have immunity or until you get past the vote. So there's never... I never want to walk into tribal council thinking I'm 100% safe unless I literally am walking in like Jay High or Victoria or Ethan. So, I mean, there is a risk, but yeah, I guess we'll see. Hopefully things go the way I think they're going to. So.
It's a little necklace, guys.
You make a necklace.
It's a little bell.
When did you have time for that?
No, I didn't make it. It's just here. My desk is messy. All right. So I got second in the last challenge.
So, Idris, in a game that is all virtual, how do you have a social game? How do you keep that going if you said that's, one of your strengths and people pointed out they like you?
That's confusing because I don't have Southern hospitality because I'm from Massachusetts. So being here at Liberty has kind of helped me with that. So it's more of just like saying words like please and thank you and kind of words like that kind of help with people. I mean, hopefully they get to be on your side. That's kind of the goal.
You sound even more likable now. I hate it.
He's underselling his own ability, man. That's humility right
Humility. Good job.
All right, and with that, it's time to vote. All right, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Sophie?
So, I've had this, so I'd like to play it, because I feel like I'm probably the one being voted off tonight. So, yeah.
All right.
Just to be safe, I hope this won't come, but I need it. So.
That is a hidden immunity idol, and it is fact real. Any votes cast against Sophie will not count. Let's get to the votes.
Sophie!
Sophie.
Oh!
Sophie. Sophie. 3 votes, Sophie. 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 That's 6 votes, Sophie. Lily. Lily. That's enough. The 6 votes don't count for Sophie. Lily, I'm sorry. Give me a torch.
Wow.
Well played, well played. No.
Please bring me your torch and I will,
There you go.
enough for you. Alright. Thanks for playing The Tribe has spoken, Lily.
Hey, sayonara, my dudes.
Alright.
There's things I could have changed, maybe not painting a target on my back like I did. But honestly, I think that means like I played hard, and I'm okay with that. Like that's okay. I'd rather go out playing hard than being carried to the end like a goat. The only goat I want to be known as is the greatest of all time. Yeah. What do you think, Leo? Do you have an opinion? Do you think I could have played better? You think I could have played better? I know, it's a shame. Thanks, bud. So, this is Leo, by the way. And I'll take you over here to my other furry friends. So, we have, Alvino right here. He is my buddy, but more along the lines, my big buddy. This is Oswald. We are, we are friends, and he's clearly ashamed of how I played. The fact that I didn't make it to the end. But you know, it's okay. I will be okay. I will have Oswald. In the end, it'll be me and Oswald. We would have won. We would have crushed everybody. Right, bud? Right? We would have won. We would have annihilated. Yeah, I think he agrees. Yeah, well, it's been nice knowing you. If you supported me thus far, thank you. Hope I made some real fans. That sounded horrible, but you know, it's okay. I think I hopefully made him proud. But yeah, good times. Good times.